मुझे लाइफ में एक ही चीज से डर लगता है, वो है बेइज्जती, अपनी इज्जत गंवाने से। उसके अलावा बाकी चीजें जो हैं वो हाँ डर लगता है। My mind is there, my heart is there, and I'm just physically present in this apartment, and I'm trying to focus on things, but I cannot because she is right now at the most critical stage of her recovery. Of course, it's a big loss, and her brother was very young. So, it's a big loss. It'll take time. Time heals everything. It takes time. So, I had a good, parental support. My parents were like, this is what you love, do it. And फिर friends भी वैसे ही बने. I'm not going to comment on it. But if you're saying it's a rumor, then let it be a rumor because rumors are interesting.
Welcome to Bollywood Bubble, Abhinav. I am so excited to know that this time I remember Bigg Boss में काफी लोगों ने ये बोला कि individual नहीं खेल रहे हैं, couple के तौर पे आए हैं. This time it's only Abhinav Shukla going and he is going to be showing all his power and stunt and physical strength and emotional strength that in the show. Was that one of the major reasons why you took up Khatron Ke Khiladi?
Well, I'm doing it because I've been offered the show, and personally, I was never a viewer of Bigg Boss, but yes, मैं खतरों के खिलाड़ी अगर एपिसोड कोई चल रहा होता था कहीं तो बैठ के देखता था. I used to find the tasks fun, and उसमें जो वो डर का element था, that was exciting. So for me, the stunts are exciting and fun, and I like the how everybody tries to overcome his fear. And people surprise their own self. लोग खुद को अपने आप को एक सोचते हैं कि यार अंडर एस्टिमेट करते हैं, लेकिन ये एक शो है जो हर इंसान को रियलाइजेशन दे देगा कि आप में बहुत पोटेंशियल है फिजिकली, मेंटली.
True. Yeah. But if I may ask, Abhinav, what is it that you fear the most? Like, is there a phobia of yours which you will be probably confronting when you are a part of that show? But is there anything which really scares you?
मुझे लाइफ में एक ही चीज से डर लगता है, वो है बेइज्जती, अपनी इज्जत गंवाने से. उसके अलावा बाकी चीजें जो हैं वो हाँ डर लगता है. If you are climbing at a height, of course you will be afraid. If you are going underwater, डर लगता है. लेकिन क्या है ना कि for me, I think this show would be about how जब डर भी लग रहा है तब आप कैसे परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं. It's all about that.
Yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned that you are sort of fearful of the fact that बेइज्जती ना हो जाए वहाँ पे जाके and everything. Yet somehow I feel that you kind of overcome that fear with Bigg Boss in itself because the major chance of बेइज्जती was there. In Bigg Boss. Do you agree?
Good one. Yeah.
But tell me now, I mean, one of the co-contestants, which is who is going with you, is Rahul Vaidya, जिनके साथ आपकी काफी there were issues back then. You both couldn't understand each other. Do you think you're in Khatron Ke Khiladi, because आप लोग सब एक साथ कहीं और as a group जाने वाले हो, do you think there would be a chance where you'll probably now try and understand each other? Things could mend there, do you think?
See, I'm not going with any intention कि how I'm going to behave. मैं कैसे रहूँगा, मैं जो हूँ मैं वैसा ही रहूँगा. And I've always maintained that कि this is my personality, which you will see also in this show, and which will be very much the way I was in Bigg Boss. So, मैं तो वही हूँ यार, इंसान है ना. तो and I always react to what if somebody is good with me, I'm good. If somebody is bad, I'm bad. मैं तो Bigg Boss में भी बोलता था. Life is all about, action for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction.
True. But how, Rubina is currently quarantining and she is in a little difficult health space at the moment. How difficult is it for you to leave her at this point for the show?
Yeah, it's difficult because my mind is there, my heart is there, and I'm just physically present in this apartment, and I'm trying to focus on things, but I cannot because she is right now at the most critical stage of her recovery, which they say is roughly the 8th day. तो वो बहुत critical है आज का दिन. And yeah, I mean, she's got a good immune system, so she's fighting it back.
Yeah.
With all the news and information which we see, which is like everything is about COVID. There's so many people who have, left this planet, who've gone, and so many, things have happened. So, the mind is constantly racing.
Yeah. I know. I mean, I was so disheartened. I know, because it is overwhelming at some point when you're only hearing about COVID. And you can't even turn a blind eye because it's happening to people around you, close to you.
Yeah.
Just like, did you happen to speak to Nikki at all? Because when I heard about her brother's demise, of course we couldn't reach out because obviously that's her space at that moment. But because you were speaking and were close, did you happen to reach out to her? Is she doing fine?
She's okay. She's good. Of course, it's a big loss, and her brother was very young. So, it's a big loss. It'll take time. Time heals everything. It takes time. So, all we can do is just let her if she needs any help or support, we can do that.
Right. Now coming back to your journey as well, Abhinav, we have seen that you have had, मतलब आपने काफी अच्छे shows किए, but somehow I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I just felt that you never got the due that you deserved as an actor as well. Maybe because I feel that a lot of people did not understand you, because you're an intelligent person and not a lot of people can understand and match that vibe sometimes. Do you think that worked against you somehow in the industry?
No, it's nothing new. When I was in school, when I used to talk a lot about science, and I used to pick daily life में examples लेता था, and I used to explain it to people in a scientific way. A lot of people used to mock. It's okay because I was different in that way. That was what I really liked, and same happens. I remember when I was entering Bigg Boss, मेरी एक friend थी, उसने मेरे को phone किया, कहती मैं तेरे को एक advice दे रही हूँ. मैंने कहा बोल. Don't get too technical there. I said, why? That's me. She's like, हाँ सही है, तू सही बोल रहा है कि that's you. But people don't understand. If people don't understand, they'll judge you in whatever way they want.
Yeah.
So that's what I've realized after that show, that I don't care now. This is how I am. This is how I analyze the world. And this is how I'm going to be from, henceforth. I'm open about it now. So if you want to make fun of someone who knows a little more, about science, about life, ठीक है यार, तुम्हारी मर्जी है, करो, मेरा क्या जाता है. But it's strange that you can be made fun of if you know a little more than somebody else. So it's look at the psyche.
That happens actually, like you mentioned in the school as well, because you were slightly different. People judged you. People often misjudged you, I would say. Did it ever get to you back then as a child as well? Because as a child it affects you more. But what is wrong? I mean, समझ नहीं आता उसको.
Of course it did, but I had a good parental support. My parents were like, this is what you love, do it. And फिर friends भी वैसे ही बने, who had a technical bent of mind, who had a scientific bent of mind. We still are friends till now. And even till now, we phone karte hain and we talk about, one of my friends, he's on a ship. So he's into engineering, marine engineering. And we discuss how a turbine engine works and at length. So it's very good to have those kind of friends, and automatically जो मजाक उड़ाते थे कि ये क्या साइंस ढूंढता रहता है, वो automatically filter out हो गए. तो रह गए वो दोस्त जो थे ही जिनका aptitude वैसा था. So I'm very proud of that. My friends, they are technically so sound. Everybody's working somewhere. Somebody's an engineer. Somebody's actually was working on a radio telescope. So it's good.
But if I may ask you, when it comes to your career as well, did you ever at any point feel that people are not giving you the due that you deserve? I mean, of course, things must have changed now, drastically, in fact. But before that, did you ever feel that nahi ho raha hai, ya did you ever feel let down by that?
No, I'll tell you what. There's a lot of luck involved as well. There's a lot of luck which people tend to. I call it probability. People call it luck. All you have to do is keep the consistency. आपको जो कर रहे हैं ना, आप वो करते रहिए. क्योंकि आप अपने आप को चेंज नहीं कर सकते कि दुनिया को क्या चाहिए उनको, मास अपील चाहिए, चल यार मैं आज से लाइक आई एम द गाय हु सेज यार नहीं सीखना मुझे डांस, मेरे को बहुत लोगों ने बोला डांस सीख, नहीं सीखना, मेरा इंटरेस्ट एप्टीट्यूड नहीं है, मैं हर चीज क्यों सीखूं बाय द बुक, जो मुझे पसंद है मैं वो करूंगा. So that's what I did, and that's what I think really connected with people in Bigg Boss. That there is a guy who's a regular guy, just like us, man. He hasn't learned how to dance once, and still, he's pulling through. So I think अब लोग जो हैं वो कनेक्ट होना शुरू हो गए हैं, उनको समझ आना शुरू हो गया कि जो मैं बातें करता हूँ उसके पीछे मीनिंग क्या है.
True, I agree to that. But there are also rumors that you will be doing a film and a lot of stuff. I mean, like Karan Johar has signed you.
I'm not going to comment on it. But if you're saying it's a rumor, then let it be a rumor, because rumors are interesting.
So are you saying it's a rumor or it's not a rumor?
I said what I had to say.
But I hope if at all things are happening, I hope it happens for the best, because I know that you deserve a lot of good things to happen in life. But with Khatron now, again, what are the 2 things you'll be working on? मतलब आपका focus क्या रहने वाला है? Because there are so many things in this show. It's not just about going and doing stunts. It will test your emotional stability as well, because sometimes you lose from here rather than physical activity, right? So what are the 2 things you will keep in mind while you're performing a stunt, or while you are away from the family for around like a month and a half?
So there's something called situational awareness. So when you're in a situation, you have to be aware of it, and that's what I am going to be focusing on, because I think it's common sense is the most powerful tool you have. And that's exactly what my focus is. I know there are a lot of stunts which I've never seen, maybe. There could be like new stunts, different stunts which we don't even know about, and how they're gonna test us. So I'm not preparing, doing anything, sitting there कि ऐसा होगा तो मैं ऐसा कर लेता हूँ. It's all, it's all here now. So this is what I'm going to use.
Going back to the time when you and Rubina, your relationship, you guys discussed, things were happening, you guys did a song. What is the state right now? When was the point when you guys decided that okay, अब कैसा चल रहा है वहाँ पे? Just an update on that end from you. Because
everything is good, everything is fine. Just that she's recovering now, and she's in a very critical, phase of her recovery. So rest, everything is fine, and yes, we have professionally worked in a couple of projects together, but that's not necessarily कि हम इकट्ठे ही हर जगह काम करेंगे. We have our own individual choices, which are very different, and very different ambitions we have. So Bigg Boss was, ठीक था, उसमें हम दोनों इकट्ठे गए थे, and that was a conscious decision, of course. But जरूरी नहीं है कि अब हम हर जगह इकट्ठे जाएंगे. She has a way of so yeah.
But when you say critical stage, is she doing fine? Like
She's doing perfectly fine. But ये जो 8वां दिन होता है, जो भी नई स्टडीज आ रही हैं, नई स्ट्रेन की, they say this is the most testing time. 8वां दिन 9वां दिन. This is यहाँ से हाँ.
Okay, great. But I hope her speedy recovery, and all the very best to you, Abhinav. Looking forward to seeing you do some stuff out there, and your performance in the show. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you, Bhavna. Bye.